Okay. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Anthony.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm Dr. Miriam Smith, and I'm the Empower New Nurses show host. And it was just great having met you and see that you have so much to offer because I know you told me you have a testimony. Health is the key. Health is wealth. And there is something that motivated you to make the decision that you have made. Now, there are many nurses. We have older nurses and we do have young nurses who would be thrilled to hear your experience. Would you mind telling us something about yourself and what really happened?
Well, to make a long story short, it basically stemmed from being in a very deep depression. I could say from change of life standpoint, 50 years old, not, looking at the economic situation, coming from an immigrant family, wondering if I was able to, in my life, do more than what my family did. And it became stressful. And it became overwhelming to where I got to the point to where I locked myself in a room and I didn't want to live anymore. And I went up to 500 pounds. And it got to the point to where a friend of mine called the ambulance to have me sent to the hospital. And I was in ICU for 30 days. They took 91 pounds of fluid out of my body. Then from there, I went to a rehab center because all my organs were poisoned. My heart was swollen. I found out that I had chronic arthritis in both hips. I just didn't know if I was able to come back from this. I decided that I wanted to live, and I took the help that was offered to me, and I'm continuing.
So you actually were, how many pounds you said?
508. This morning I was 208. So I've officially lost 300 pounds.
Wow.
As of yesterday morning.
Wow, congratulations. Yeah. And how do you feel? How do you feel?
I feel with my hands. See, I'm touching you. I feel like I do every day. Sometimes happy, sometimes sad. But you know what? I'm able to deal with whatever's coming, whatever gets thrown at me. Okay, I'm not going to stay stuck in a bad mental place. I'm not going to stay stuck in a negative place. I'm going to try to always move forward because we are source energy, and source energy always moves forward. Source energy is like that snow that lands on the top of a mountain that eventually melts. And where is it going to go? It's going to go towards gravity. It's going to always move forward. And that's what our life cycle is like. Pushing forward. The only thing that gets in the way of that is ourselves.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome.
You got to think about it instinctively in nature and in animals. If you were a tree, wouldn't you grow to be as tall as you could be? And even if something hindered your growth,
you find a way out.
No, the tree will continue to grow and it will sever that limb. That limb could be a family member, your father, your mother, your brother. You don't know, but the source knows that it doesn't need it anymore for some reason. It's impeding its growth. How do we handle people that impede our growth? With stress, we stuff those feelings, and then we act on emotion, and then we act stupid. Then we go from being right to being wrong.
Wow, Anthony, what is it that really made you keep you going now? You felt depressed initially while you had all this weight on.
I did
keep going.
I decided to do the complete opposite of what I did before. I'm listening. Instead of hearing, I'm listening. To hear is one thing. To listen is to process and to apply it. If it applies, let it. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. If it applies, use it to your benefit. It's like somebody throws out garbage, but in that garbage there's 3 diamonds. You'll pick those 3 diamonds out of there and you'll take it. It has value, right?
Value.
There's value in all sorts of garbage. You just got to sift through it.
Tested.
Yes.
You're tested.
Yeah, and I always try to do an unconditional kind act all the time. Because if we loved ourselves unconditionally, there wouldn't be no division in this planet. but there's always a condition. I'll do this for your butt. I'll do that for your butt. Are you going to say that to yourself when it comes to healing yourself and getting better? No, you can't say but to yourself. Well, I'll lose weight only if somebody will love me. No, you got to love yourself.
Self-love. That's right. Very important.
You can't love anybody else unless you love yourself. It's fake.
Listen, when I met you last week,
right,
I was so impressed because I was just telling myself a few things that very important for myself. Telling myself that I'm special. Telling myself that I'm of worth. Telling myself that I'm of value.
Because even if you tell somebody else that, it's only because you're reaffirming it for yourself.
Exactly.
Because if you could pull somebody up and tell them those things, when they see that you're not living those things, if they care about you, they're going to pull you up. They're going to say, hey, Miriam, what's the matter with you today? You're not loving yourself. You're not showing yourself some love. Why are you beating yourself up? That's not who you are. And that's what true friends do.
Exactly. So what made you decide to say something when you saw me and I was talking? What made you?
I don't know. I felt compelled to say something because you were saying all the things I say to myself every day. That's the reason I was even by the water, because I'm drawn to the water. Metaphysically, I'm vibrationally, I feel good there. The air, the salt water, the smells, all of it.
I was thrilled when you actually, let me say, invited yourself.
Yes.
Right? And I
can.
I felt really, really, really good about that. And I accepted your invitation and you made a big show, positive show. And I actually put it on the reel. So I'll show you today. But as you grow in your new self, in the sense that your physical condition has changed.
Okay.
What would you admonish others? What would you tell them?
Well, others? I would say that stick with the doctor's plans. Take all the help that you can get. Make sure that you get yourself the best help for you. Okay, that the people that are going to work with you according to the plan that you have, and don't deviate from the plan. Like I still have to have another hip surgery. I have to have skin surgery. All the skin I lost. Look at that. See that? See that?
Wow.
Yeah. That used to be all fat in there. That's a big fat sack that was holding it. But now look what's in there. Look what's underneath it. Look what's underneath there. Yeah. I haven't seen that since I was 25. But it's okay today. There's a lot of things that get taken care of. So it's going to happen in not my time and God's time. But I'm going to work my hardest to make it happen. But it's going to happen when it happens.
It has started, and so long as you continue in this path.
That's right. And I'm not finished yet. There is no finishing. Just
continue progress.
Yes.
Continue progress.
There's no landing zone.
And you know what's interesting and funny? Nurses are meeting all different patients, and the patients ask them questions, and sometimes it's mental questions, sometimes it's physical questions related to those areas. And so at this time in your life experience, right now there's so many stress factors around us. But how are you handling those? Because you said at one point you were depressed. And we all get that a little depressive at some point.
I'm on medication, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I take medication. I take a psychotropic, Prestige, 20 milligrams, Seroquel, and it's been working for me for the last 3 years. I've had no episodes of depression, anything.
Great. So you would tell other patients?
I would highly recommend it. Any kind of mental health help you could get it. Because yes, it's nothing wrong with it, and I don't care what anybody says anyway. And I don't think people are going to come make fun of me.
Well, listen, many years ago it was more or less stigmatized.
I don't care.
That has changed.
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to take the help I need.
Right. Because some people, their they have the, they object to sort of letting someone know that they challenge mentally. And there are others who seek help, and those who seek help do so much better. So I must commend you for being so transparent and just be who you are. And the advice you have given to others, what you have experienced, the health benefits that you have received, and you're telling others. So other patients out there, and our nurses, there are patients there who are asking you questions, and they can receive help, just as Anthony received help and is doing so much better. So I want to say to you, thanks so much. But if there's a word you want to leave with someone out there, you can do so.
I'm going to just leave all you potential nurses or already nurses that are out there. That remember, you don't really understand the impact that you have on people's lives. It could be like a hate me now, love me later kind of situation, because right then and there, the patient might be recovering from a severe operation or on the beginning of a very long journey. But the memories that you could create and how you inspire your patient to stick with the program that they're on, whether they like it, like a baby, you're force feeding a baby, whether they like it or not, that baby needs nourishment. So remember, if they do make it and they don't die and nothing horrible happens to them, that they're going to remember what you did for them. And you want to know something? That's what you leave behind. We're all going to die. And what you leave behind is not your money, not all that doesn't mean anything. What you're going to leave behind is how you treated other people and how they're going to talk about you and how they're going to talk about you. What are your patients going to say about you? Because what you do when no one's looking, that's a true testament of your character and what kind of integrity you have. Especially when you're doing it because you're getting paid for it. But remember, it's somebody else's parent, child, and somebody else's loved one that you're there for. And on top of it, you're getting paid for it. And on top of it, you know what? You should be able to grab as many good feelings as you can because you're helping somebody stay alive. Whether they're going along with the program or not, it's up to you how you're going to serve it to them. Have a great day, everybody. God bless you all.
Thank you so much for coming on the Empowering You Nurses show.
Yes, empower.
Empower our nurses.
Yes.
To continue.
And come to Jimmy Ryan's, Middletown Road and Crosby Avenue, and the chef will take care of you. Anybody that's close.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much again. Have a great afternoon. It was a pleasure having you on this show.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. And nurses, take heed. It's important. You serve. You serve. You serve the world. How can I be connected? You can contact me on YouTube and Miriam Amanda Smith and podcast at Podmare. Podcastmare. Thank you. If you have a comment, please do that. If you have thumbs up, please subscribe. That's important so we can continue on this journey. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
How we doing over there, guys?
Fine.
I had an interview for a show.